Let's welcome to the show Congresswoman Kat Cammack from House Homeland Security. What's your take on this? The president, why is the president and Attorney General Garland still silent on this? It's a crime to do this.
Well, it is a crime, but again, this goes against their political agenda. It goes against their narrative, so they are going to do what cowards do best. They're going to hide and hope that another news cycle goes by and they can continue to deflect and misdirect. If they were truly serious about their statement about peaceful protests and that there is no place for violence in political discourse, they would outright condemn the actions of these protesters being outside, intimidating and harassing these justices and their families. And if you hear what they're chanting, they're asking, they're making demands that are ridiculous. This is something that the White House is going to own, and God forbid something happens, this is going to be on Biden's hands. He is responsible for this.
We can't normalize this because the next mob will come, right, on the next issue, right? And you can't normalize attacking and harassing Supreme Court justices. Let's watch the White House press secretary today defend what's going on at the justices' homes. Watch this.
I know that there's an outrage right now, I guess, about protests that have been peaceful to date, and we certainly continue to encourage that outside of judges' homes, and that's the president's position. But the silence is pretty deafening about all of the other intimidation that we've seen to a number of people.
This is a pending court case, though. That's where the federal law comes into place. This is a pending court case.
Well, but I think that intimidation and protests and intimidation outside of the homes of school board members, the Michigan Secretary of State, intimidation and threats against people seeking legal reproductive health care and against our capital and American democracy also warrant some outrage, and we haven't really seen that.
Okay, this press secretary, she's got to go. She's got to step down. By the way, I guess, you know what, their judges have been shot at and killed across this country in various states. Their family members have been shot and killed. We cannot allow this. You cannot do whataboutism when it comes to the safety of our highest court.
Absolutely, Liz. You know, this is insane. For her to even say, I guess, and that it's been peaceful protests outside these homes of the justices, you said it best, Liz. You know, this cannot stand. This is violence. This is intimidation. This is harassment. As a member of Congress, along with my colleagues, we get death threats weekly. This is insane. If they are true in what they say, that they want to make sure that there is no violence or no place for violence in political discourse, how about they start with an outright condemnation of what is happening, but they refuse to.
We got to move on to this. The power of Trump is being tested again today in the GOP gubernatorial primary in Nebraska and a congressional GOP primary in West Virginia. Trump's candidates won in the Ohio and Indiana primaries. His pick for a Nebraska race is the wealthy businessman Charles Herbster. He's been accused of sexual assault by 8 women. So that's what's going on. That's not a good look for the former president. What's your take on that?
Listen, Trump has been the architect of the America First movement, and the America First movement is what is resonating with people. It was that 4 years ago. It was that just a few years ago. We've been seeing it in the primaries, and it stands true today. I think the America First agenda is what is driving people to the polls, and that's what they want to see, true conservatives.
And what Trump is talking about is fighting crime. Now, the House GOP Study Committee is about to take on Democrats in the Biden White House with this new broad-based legislative push to fight the U.S. crime wave. That's the GOP's take on the culture wars, you know, the answer to what the Democrats are saying. They're talking about new laws to stop the rising murder and homicide rates, attacks on cops, and more, that federal money would come with strings attached. In other words, if a state has no cash bail or has a weak on crime prosecutor, they're going to get their funding and their grants clipped and cut back. They're calling it basically the Concerned Citizens Bill of Rights. So this is basically the answer to what is going on in the culture wars.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a steering member of the Republican Study Committee, the largest conservative bloc in Congress today, we are leading the fight on this culture war. And we're leading the fight when it comes to reining in the chaos and crime in the streets. You said it right then. This is going to clip all the federal funding for those bad actors and those agencies that want to do harm in defunding and dismantling our police departments. We're going to take on the George Soros funded DAs. We're going to actually put law and order back in the streets and back in the narrative. And and get this crime wave reined in. This is a very simple, common sense thing. The left wants to fight it, but when you have mama bears and papa bears that want to protect their kids and their communities, just watch and wait, and wait.
And we've got
this is going to come through in November.
Smash mob lootings taking off from out of California,
Exactly.
moving across the country into places like Minnesota, into Virginia, into New Jersey, into New York. And Gallup polling finds a majority, 53%. They personally worry a great deal about crime. That ranks third behind inflation and the economy. Your final word.
Listen, it doesn't matter if you're in the urban areas or if you're in the rural areas. Crime is a top concern for Americans today. That is why the America First agenda works, and that's why we are going to take back the House in November overwhelmingly.
Congresswoman Cammack, come back soon. It's great to have you on.